Hey Body Geeks, today's Magic Circle workout is a tutorial for the beloved side bend, using the Magic Circle to both help build and potentially make harder your side bend. Let's start with a simple mermaid to prep for the exercise. Put your ring down in front of you and stack your legs. Preferably so that your knee is on top of your knee, but if you find you can't hold this position, stagger your legs just slightly so that you're able to sit up while holding onto this top shin. Open your collarbones and reach the other arm up toward the ceiling. Take an inhale and reach from your waist up toward the side wall, not down toward the side of your mat. There's a variation of that, but not just yet. Then lift up and inhale, reach away from you, put your elbow down, and then stretch away from your hips, angling your top hip toward the floor. Inhale to lift yourself back up, grab your shin, and then perhaps exhale over to the other side. And this breath doesn't have to be exact, but I do recommend that you keep breathing fully in and out, no matter where you put the breath with respect to the movement. And then swing your legs around, cross one over the other like you would prep for the boomerang. Press down into your arms, and then as you exhale, round your spine over your legs. Keep rounding your spine and pulling your belly away from your thighs. Push your hands forward on the mat, and then lift yourself up, arms by your ears. Press your arms down with your palms facing out. Lift your legs up, switch which one is on top, do the exact same thing again. Exhale to round. Push forward with your hands. Inhale to lift up with a tall spine. Rotate the arms until the palms face out. Squeeze your tush and lift a little higher. Let's go one more time with each leg on top. Then bend your knees and stack it up for the other side. Same strategy, grabbing onto the top shin, reaching the other arm up. Last time for the mermaid on this side. Then come to your knees. Place your magic circle by your side, standing the end of the ring on the floor. Brains over buns over knees. Bend this elbow and face your fingertips forward. Reach the other arm up toward the ceiling. Press down into the ring so that it helps you lift the box of your trunk up off of your pelvis. Then once you've pressed the ring, side bend by reaching up and over. And then bring yourself back. I love this preparation for the side bend because it makes me really pay attention to the fact that my center is controlling my arm and not the other way around. Sometimes arm balances can get much more about the arms, I think, than about the body finding its place to control the limbs. One more time. And then switch your sides. Once you've set the ring, re-squeeze your seat so that you can lift up, press the tops of your feet into the mat, and then a couple of times press the ring so that you can feel the feeling of using the buoyancy of the ring to find a little more buoyancy in your center. Lift your trunk. Then lift your top arm up. Keep this bottom arm straight as you would in the side bend. Inhale and lift. And come back. You may find that one side feels a lot more stable than the other. And if that's the case, then that's about your shoulder joint. This may be an indication of which side of your side bend is going to be the most difficult. And if you have that experience and you'd like to share it, put it in the comment section and we'll chat. One more time, keeping the arms straight. and then come back to center. Set yourself up for the side bend by sitting on the hip of the side that you just went to. Now place your elbow on the floor directly underneath your shoulder. Take the bottom leg and poke your toe behind you so that this thigh bone gets as long on the mat with your kneecap pointing that direction as possible. Put the top foot with a straight leg down on the floor, and then place the ring just on the outside of your thigh here with a bent elbow, similar to the way that we squeeze the ring when we're standing and going up and down with your heels. On your inhale, press into the floor with your elbow and your knee, and as your hip goes into the air, press the ring into your hip. You'll notice that if it's too far away from you, it'll end up sliding down your leg when you lift. So it's got to be close to your greater trochanter on this side. Inhale to lift and press. Exhale to lower back down. So I'm trying to coordinate this lengthening of the body away from the legs by using the pressure of the ring against my hip. Let's go a few more like that. Inhale to lift. If that feels pretty good to you, you can try this on your hand and knee and foot in alignment, so that as you come up, your seat has to squeeze you forward and then back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Let's try the other side. Same thing, starting on your elbow. Bottom knee bent, the toe pokes behind you. Top leg straight, foot flat on the floor. Set the ring on about your greater trochanter with your elbow pretty bent, and then align your hand with your knee with your foot. As you lengthen to lift, because you press down into the ring, send your seat forward so that now your body is completely in line with your foot and your elbow. Come back down on your exhale and then repeat. Inhale to lift and squeeze the ring. Replace it if it gets in the wrong spot, and then lower back down. Inhale to lift. You can turn the palm toward the floor, or you can make a fist and press the pinky side of the arm into the mat. This feels pretty good to you. You can transition to your hand. Same idea. Inhale to lift. Seat goes forward. Top leg presses down. Exhale, your seat goes slightly back. Open your chest. Lift up, squeeze. And you'll feel your abductors working here on the bottom leg. Inner thigh on the top leg if you're pressing that leg down. And we'll go one more time for this variation. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale down. Let's go back to the first side now and make it a little bit more challenging. So kind of similar to the mermaid, you're going to stack your knees, but now you're going to slide your feet out so that this angle of your knee is a little greater. Line your toes with your knees with your hand that's on the floor. Then place the magic circle right next to you between your thighs and your hand. You have to go forward to do the side bend. You can't just lift up with your bottom behind you. As you inhale, press into the ring and straighten your legs. Stay there for a moment and try to stack your shoulders and hips. Then just like you did on your knees, press into the ring more to lift the side of your waist that's closer to the floor. Bend your knees and lift your trunk to come right back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Let's switch sides. Same setup, stacking the knees, sliding your feet a little further away. Toes, knees, and hand in line with one another. Ring on the floor next to you. As you go to push up, think of pushing your feet that way and sending the crown of your head toward the opposite wall. Press down onto the ring, already lifting your trunk in preparation. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, push yourself up and squeeze, then push into the ring more to help you lift the side of your waist that's closest to the floor. When you come back down, squeeze the legs together and lift your trunk. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. A few more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Switching back around to the first side. One thing I notice a lot in the side bend is the collapse of the bottom arm with the shoulder in toward the jaw. So using your ring to assist with this feeling, place it on the bottom of one of your feet. Press that foot away from you until it feels like this arm is being pulled away from you, and perhaps you feel a little bit of a stretch up here near the collarbone and where the pec major comes over and under the deltoid. Hold that for a moment and see if when you let go of the ring, you can keep creating this sensation. Go ahead and put your knee down, drop the ring, and just reach that arm. And notice how much more effort it takes to pull that arm away from your body. That's what needs to happen in this bottom arm so that as you lift up, you are driving the floor away from you. So let's try that with using the ring as a helper to lift and guide where your top arm is going to go. Place your feet together stacked, reach the ring out away from you, and once again, make sure that your toes and knees and hands are alignment so that you have to drive your seat forward to lift. Then inhale and reach the ring overhead and press the floor away from you, and then come back down just as you would in any other side bend. So we're using that reach of the arm for this bottom arm into the floor, and we're using the ring to accentuate the lift of this top side of your body. Here you go. Inhale, lift, try to touch the ring on the floor. Exhale, come back down. Inhale to lift, squeeze your seat and your legs. Exhale, one more chance to focus on this collarbone going wide. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Same thing on the other side. Set this bottom arm and widen your collarbone. Take the ring and put it on your top foot. Press that foot away from you until you feel the feeling of this arm being slightly pulled away from the body. Try your best not to let your elbow lock out, because then that's going to strain this joint right here. Rather, keep the eye of your elbow facing forward so that this is more of a neutral position, endeavoring to kind of feel this stretch right here. Then restack your legs, and from one collarbone to the other, pull yourself apart as you lift up into your side bend. Arc this arm way over your head to help. Inhale to reach. And exhale to come back. Squeeze your legs. Inhale to reach. Exhale to return. One more time. Keep those collarbones open. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job, folks. Come to a cross-legged position. Lift yourself up. And then slide your hands forward for a little stretch. Round yourself and come back up.